some things improved, some things have, well, technically my arthritis has gotten worse, but there's a lot of things that used to give me problems with arthritis that's been gone a while, and I'm hoping next month, if I get foam injected into my knee, that'll alleviate a lot of my pain. I might be able to do more things, and I've asked God, it would save a lot of trouble if you just give me just restore my body completely. It's like when I was like 20. Or 19, like the pictures I posted on Facebook. Gosh, I miss that person. You ought to see it. It's on Facebook, people.
Look at that.
Yeah, you'll see it. It's unmistakable. I'm holding a 3 or 4-year-old knee. She's waving. It's in my knee. She was mad and she was waving at the camera like she didn't want her picture taken. Gosh.
Well, that's staying down on the farm.
Yeah, tell a little bit of kind of what your mom went to and been on the farm.
Oh, grandma, grandpa.
Yeah, grandpa.
Yeah, grandma. She always talked about God a lot, and I have an imagination, people, and we get to talking, and I get impressed with what we're talking about. And I remember one time we was talking about the devil and about what he's allowed to do, what he's not allowed to do. He can't force you to do anything, but he can aggravate you. But I was thinking about the devil, and I went outside, and it was dark, and I kept walking toward the barn that was still standing, and I kept hearing breathing, and subconsciously, I guess I was thinking it was the devil, but I felt something on my neck, and it turned out to be the dog, and I swung, and he yelled, and that's the power of imagination. It gets you to thinking. But I said, "Oh, sorry, John." He was a good old dog. But I had fun staying at that farm, even after everybody has stopped going as much and my grandparents died. Seen a lot of interesting things, including, remember Richard Engel said he saw a bear at the Great City Church?
Yeah.
Well, one night I had the door open, the bedroom door led to the outside porch, and there was a fat bobtail black cat that came in the bedroom and jumped in bed with me. And the first thing I thought was bear coming. And it went flying, and it meowed in midair and said, "Whoops, sorry, kitty."
America.
If that Keith hadn't been down the farm for a while, he'd come in and the old house had the doors, they real good on it, and that's what he thought. He thought a bear cub would come in the house.
Yeah.
The old house, it's not in good shape now.
Oh, no.
The house is not. But,
Possum got in there one time.
Possum come in there one time.
Oh, yeah. I had the door to the bedroom, living room shut. I'm glad, because my cat was with me in the bedroom. And, I don't know if we could handle a possum, but that thing's got jaw blades like a saw. So I hit it to get it out of the house. The light must have blinded it because it moved slow in the light. So once it hit the porch, it took off.
Somebody called you. They
Huh?
called you, you went up.
No.
What?
Yeah. Oh, I was going to tell that time that you called me, your poppy called me, you went to bed. Your poppy called me over here and Keith went to bed and I come. I thought,
Couldn't
well,
get a
I
hold
kept
of
trying to call him, couldn't get him.
Oh,
But
yeah.
He is.
I remember you came down and you thought something was wrong, but nothing was
Yeah,
wrong.
about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
And his phone was laying in the other room. But he'd forgotten that the hot plate in on too, where he was warm, so it's probably a God thing, and he sent me down there with him. So that hot plate was on, trying to keep that part of the house warm. But Keith had went to bed, but I have to say, the price, look on his face was priceless when I seen him that morning. About 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. I'm surprised, I did get,
I think it was a God thing, because he left that hot plate on.
yeah, I did, I'm glad I got that. I did good getting that one room up to 80 degrees. I got it toasty. But,
Now you wanna tell a little bit about, like you say, some of these, kids, how they kinda rekindled you.
oh yeah, they all
Help
did.
rekindle your spirit with the Lord and just give you hope at a time after you lost your mom and all hope was pretty dark.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's helped out, adults, kids alike, but kids, like I said earlier, there's something about them that's extremely Christ-like. You don't see that in too many adults. Adults fight all the wars, commit most of the crimes, and they think they're the mature ones. And I see more of God in kids, even though they don't know, like the little one there doesn't know anything about Jesus yet. But hopefully they'll learn. It's simply who they are, and that I've become friends with a lot of them, and it's great to be friends with the kids and trusted and everything, and it's kept me strong in my faith in God, and it kept me going even though I didn't feel like going on. I mean, that pain, one thing or another, just gosh, I thought I was going to die, but I contribute kids. My love for children, the ones I've known, that's what kept me going on, other than my belief in God himself, too.
Right. One's in the church has been heartwarming to you, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You and James bought me a car, and I paid you back. And yeah, Madison needs to know her car's doing good. And the church went in for a tune-up.
Yep, we
Yeah.
put cars on it, took up collection, put cars on it to tune it.
And I really appreciate that. I still got those tires that came with the car. To keep them, that bouncy little baby.
See, so Randy case.
Yeah. I'm running out of things to say, but all I know is that I wish I'd written a book before I came here. Because I can say a lot of stuff. I mean, I've taught nothing about, when I started coming to church, I taught nothing about the people, and especially the kids that came here. Some I haven't seen in a long time. I hope they're still going on. Anybody remember Elena?
Yeah.
Right at the, I know she's still living. I miss that little squirt. Reagan and, oh, she's a cheery one.
Morgan, he was on.
Morgan, yeah, Morgan. Of course, somebody named Banana. Don't want to embarrass you. And there's and Brookie.
Dixie.
Dixie. Oh yeah, Dixie.
Named your cat after those girls. Named your cat.
Yeah, Dixie Brooke. Yeah, Banana, Michelle, Gabby. Sorry, I got it. It's a crazy name, but yeah, Miss Gabby.
We actually went and visited her last week. We went and visited Gabby last weekend, me and Jamie did, and she's doing good.
Is she
We
just as
had a good
crazy as
visit
she
with her
always has
last
been?
weekend. Huh?
She just as crazy as she always has been?
Of course, yes. Yes, they're in Ohio now, but she's doing good.
Is eating food her favorite work? I think somebody said that. What part of Ohio?
South Point.
Is it big town?
No, it's small.
Smaller than Morehead?
Yeah, probably. It's pretty small.
How far from West Virginia?
Well, it's in that tri-state area, so they're just right there. We
Oh.
actually crossed into West Virginia to go to.
Right on the border?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, with any luck, you don't have to put up with all the Ohio State stuff that I have to put up with. Of course, I'm a Bengals fan, and well, that game really stunk. It did. It was bad. I want to mention, when I grew up, I experienced black and white TV. Yeah. And the old-fashioned area antenna, I don't use area antenna now, but I get more channels on this stuff today than back then. We only get 3 channels back then. Now I can get like 35 on area antenna. guess a lot of the stuff I grew up with, Scooby-Doo and Bugs Bunny and stuff, they don't show that down on TV anymore. I remember, anybody remember Atari?
Yeah.
I wanted
Like
the
little
kid.
black and white TV.
Yeah. I mean, I think about the past, I think about everything I've been through, I think about every microscopic, I really should have read the book. But I appreciate everything that, I mean, I've only been to here 2 times, I think, last year, the whole year. I wasn't in good shape, I was having a hard time. I went to the, in October, well later in October, I got COVID. And that's not really impressive. I had a hard time having pneumonia. I mean, I had 3 shots up to then, but COVID didn't do me any. It really, I know it's hurt a lot of people, but all the hype going on in the country, all the hype, and I agree with both sides. I mean, I don't want to get sick and die, but I think some people went to hysterics. But I wasn't impressed. I'm more impressed with, I'm more afraid of the chicken pox.
But there, we lose a lot of people. There were a lot of people's lives taken because of it.
Yeah.
You know, just thankfully she didn't have it too bad.
I'm
And
just,
did you say the Lord just really blessed you in his life
yeah, he did.
and took care of you?
Yeah,
And each one.
I went to the hospital for low blood. My blood pressure was, do you remember that, don't you?
Yes.
55/36. And I don't know really what caused that still. But anyway, yeah, I'm on those out.
If you have something, let's go ahead and be ready to close out.
I mean, I could be here till Christmas.
Keith, on days that you aren't able to really get out and go to church, do you get discouraged with a lot of things?
Yeah, I try to preoccupy my mind, but things do come to my mind a lot. It's worse when I actually have flare-ups of arthritis,
Yeah,
because it's like it brings more things to your mind that's not positive.
yeah.
And but I'm working on it.
Anybody else have anything they want to ask you?
Yeah.
Keith, where's our favorite place when we went to Lexington for you to eat?
Oh, Rallies, I like Rallies. I like Rallies.
We are blessed that you're still able to drive to Fort Moorhead and get your groceries.
Yeah, I just need to overcome some fear so I can make it here. I mean, on the way here, I have to cross, I don't know if that's the reason why, but my brakes went out on that area. And every time I go between my house, from my house to Farmers, I think about that. But it could be vertigo too, because a lot of times when I get around those areas, I feel those symptoms of vertigo, but since I'm on the medicine, I might try real soon to test to see if I can drive that area.
And when you didn't have a car back there at one time, you walked way up toward Moorhead, didn't you? To catch the bus, you had to walk and carry groceries and stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah. When my, it was after on 2 occasions, I had that impound and it died, and then before I got that green car, I walked to town, and I come back from town carrying 2 or 3 duffel bags filled with groceries, and that was hard to do. 4 miles carrying 50 pounds of stuff on your shoulders, but I had to do it. I mean, I'm definitely not lazy. And I walked from my house all the way. People know where Blue Bank is, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
From my house to Blue Bank, past that church a little ways, and before I got picked up, taken the rest away, I had to meet Monty Jen at the farm. He was going to look at my car.
Mm-hmm.
And then that car miraculously got better. It did. There was something, a sensor it was believed, see, it was a plate came off and it's a plate that probably protected the sensor. They got so muddy that interfered with it running. Because it acted like it wanted to run and it stutter and then and everything. But I just kept pushing it and it started. It fixed itself. To make a long story short, Monty said he didn't think it could be fixed, but he didn't know about that sensor part. But anyway, it eventually died. I got the green car. It died. I got the car I got now, and I'm happy. And I am getting a little bit tired. So I appreciate this.